I have swept that floor for 40 years. Not because anyone asked me to. The colonial administration collapsed when I was 31. The governors packed their transports. The garrison shipped out. And the people of Verith Station thinned down to a few hundred souls who simply had nowhere better to go. The palace antechamber was left unlocked. The heating coils left running on some automated circuit no one had thought to shut down. And one morning I walked inside with a broom because the dust on those pale stone tiles bothered me. I never stopped. Throne was always there when I arrived, and still there when I left. Pale carved stone, taller than two men standing, its back rising in a series of interlocking arches that caught the morning light from the high clerestory windows and broke it into long cold bars. Across the floor, the armrests were worn smooth in two places, the precise width of human hands. I used to wonder about those worn places. Thousands of years of hands resting there, and the throne still cold, still quiet. It had not always been quiet, according to the old colony records. First governors, when the settlement was new and bold, had staged a formal inauguration in this very room. 7 of them, dressed in their best, each sitting the throne in turn. Some ritual of legitimacy they had imported from worlds they would never see again. Nothing happened. The throne gave them nothing. They declared the ceremony complete anyway and walked out talking about supply manifests. In the years after, others tried. A military commander who believed the throne was a control interface for something buried beneath the station. A delegation of scholars who brought calibration equipment and left baffled. A young man who climbed up on a dare and sat there grinning for a photograph. Nothing. The throne was stone. Beautiful, immovable, silent stone. I was not trying anything the morning it spoke to me. I was 71 years old. My knees hurt in the cold, the way they always did. And I had worked my way across the floor from the east entrance inward, sweeping the fine pale grit that filtered in overnight through gaps in the clerestory seals. I was thinking about whether the heating coil on the north wall needed reporting to the maintenance volunteers. I was not thinking about the throne at all. I reached the dais without intending to. I had swept this dais 10,000 times. I stepped up onto it and swept the dust from the base of the throne's left leg into my pan. My hand brushed the stone. The warmth came first. Not heat, warmth. The specific warmth of something that has been holding itself very still for a very long time and has finally decided to let it go. The pale stone did not glow so much as become more itself. The carved arches sharpened, the grain of the stone clarified, and a low vibration moved through the floor, and up through my knees and into my chest, like the first note of something enormous being played at the edge of hearing. I stood up slowly. My broom was in my left hand. I did not drop it. The throne's surface was moving, not cracking, not breaking, resolving. The worn places on the armrests filled with soft amber light, and I watched the light travel upward through the carved arches like water, finding the shape of a vessel it has always been meant to fill. Clerestory windows seemed to pull in more of the morning sky. The cold bars of light on the floor went warm. Then the voice, not sound exactly, more like the recognition itself, finding a shape in the air between us. Stand queen of the accord. I stood there with my broom and my aching knees and 40 years of swept stone dust on my boots. And I understood what it had been waiting for. Not a governor, not a commander, not ceremony or ambition or a photograph. The accord, whatever it had been, whatever long pact had been struck between the builders of this place and the people who were meant to tend it. The accord had never been about ruling from throne. It had been about keeping faith with the room. The throne had been waiting for whoever would still show up. I do not know what happens now. The warmth is still in the stone. The amber light has not faded. People will come, I suppose, when word gets out. Scholars, officials, new governors from distant systems who will want to sit where I stood. I intend to be here when they arrive. I swept this floor for 40 years. That, apparently, was the whole point.